The Delhi International Airport was a bustling place with queues of foreign cars outside and sparkling flight screens inside. In a corner of the crowd stood a young man named Shivansh. His slippers were worn out, his shirt was faded, and his eyes held a stillness as if a long-held dream had become a heavy burden. "Sir, I have a flight to America," Shivansh said in a meek voice to the guard. "My ticket is with my manager, Rakesh. Please, just let me in." The guard looked at his tattered bag and old clothes. A mocking smile on his face, he said, "Brother, this is an airport, not a bus stand. You want to go to America? Look at yourself first." Shivansh said nothing. He simply took a long, deep breath, as if this humiliation was nothing new. Just then, a shiny black car pulled up and out stepped Drishti Verma. Dressed in a bright business suit and high heels, she was accompanied by her bodyguard. Drishti was no ordinary woman. She was the CEO of Verma Group of Industries, a powerful woman who had built her empire from the ground up. She was at the airport to welcome foreign investors. When her eyes fell on Shivansh, her face flushed with anger. "He's here again? Guard, get this good-for-nothing out of here. I made it clear I don't want any drama." A flicker of hope remained in Shivansh's eyes. "Drishti, please, I have a flight. My work is very important. My ticket is inside. Please listen to me." Drishti laughed. "You and America? Get out of here. Look at his clothes, his slippers. My God, who would be foolish enough to give someone like you a ticket?" Ritik, her business partner standing nearby, chuckled. "Drishti, just give him 50 rupees and send him away. He can get some tea on the way." Everyone laughed, but Shivansh remained silent. He bowed his head and was about to turn away when a black Rolls-Royce screeched to a halt at the gate. The door opened and out stepped Sanjay Raizada, one of the country's biggest business icons, a man whose single phone call could change a company's fate. When his eyes landed on Shivansh, he was stunned. "Mr. Shivansh, you're here?" Drishti and Ritik's laughter died. Their eyes widened, and their tongues seemed to be stuck to the roof of their mouths. Shivansh offered a calm smile. "Sanjayji, it's good to see you. Just a little trouble." Sanjay Raizada turned sharply to the guard. "Who stopped him? Is this how you treat your guests? Do you even know who this is?" Before the guard could speak, Sanjay pulled out his phone. "Hello? Connect me to the airport manager. Now." Within moments, a manager in a white suit came running. "Sir, my apologies. We didn't know." "Get him inside immediately. His ticket and documents are with Rakesh. He shouldn't have to wait another second." Drishti stood frozen, her voice trembling. Who is this Shivansh?" Sanjay looked at her and smiled. "It seems you know business, but you haven't learned to recognize a person yet." Shivansh walked inside silently, leaving a question in Drishti's eyes. He wasn't broken by her insults, but now he saw himself reflected in her questions. Inside the airport, Shivansh held his phone, with his passport in his pocket and a storm in his heart. His manager, Rakesh, pointed towards gate number 3. "Sir, hurry, your flight is boarding. The ticket and documents are all here." As Shivansh rushed forward, he collided with a man. Their tickets and papers scattered on the floor, and the man's eyes blazed with anger. "Hey, can't you watch where you're going?" This was Rudra Kapoor, the arrogant owner of Kapoor Aviation, the country's largest airline. He picked up the ticket, read the name, and looked Shivansh up and down. Then he did something that changed everything. He tore the ticket into 4 pieces and threw them at Shivansh's face. "A good-for-nothing like you wants to fly on my airline? Get out of here, and next time, go to a place that matches your clothes." Shivansh stood still for a moment, then slowly looked up and met Rudra's eyes. "You tore my ticket. Now I will destroy your entire airline, and I'll do it in the next 10 minutes. Rudra burst into laughter. "You destroy my airline? Go ahead and try. I'll wait right here. You have 10 minutes. Shivansh took out his phone, dialed the number, and said, "Yes, sir." Plan B, now, public announcement. The call ended. Just 3 minutes later, the airport loudspeaker boomed. Dear passengers, we regret to announce that all services of Kapoor Aviation have been suspended with immediate effect. All passengers are requested to contact our website or helpline. In an instant, everything stopped. Rudra's face went white. Calls flooded his phone. Investors were panicking, board meetings were being called, and the Kapoor Aviation website had crashed. You did this? Rudra stammered. Shivansh said without a smile, "You tore my ticket. I turned your entire company into paper." Just then, Rakesh came running. "Sir, I've arranged a private jet for you. We must leave now." "Private jet?" Rudra's lips trembled. The passengers nearby stared at Shivansh, unable to comprehend who this person was. But the answer was soon to come. Within a few hours, every news channel, every social media post, and every headline carried only one name, Shivansh. The man everyone thought was a nobody who had brought down an empire in 10 minutes. The next morning, the hall of the Narang mansion was silent. The television screen flashed a single breaking news story. Kapoor Aviation shut down in 10 minutes, a mysterious businessman's big move. The screen showed Shivansh's face, no longer in old clothes, but in a confident black three-piece suit. When Drishti saw this, the remote fell from her hand. Her eyes widened. It's Shivansh, the one I called a good-for-nothing. Her throat went dry. She remembered every word, every insult, every moment she had treated him as less than a servant. Her eyes fell on a note on the table, written by Shivansh. "Saving Narang Industries was my promise, but now it's your turn to prove yourself." A tear rolled down Drishti's cheek. She did what any strong but broken woman would do. She picked up the phone, dialed his number. "Shivansh, where are you?" After a moment of silence, his voice came through. "I'm out of the city, Drishti. You needed time to prove yourself. Now it's your turn." "But I want to meet you. I realize my mistake." Shivansh's voice held no anger, just a calm stillness. "When you are ready, I will find you." The phone hung up. Drishti's eyes were no longer filled with tears, but with a new fire, not of regret, but of change. She picked up every file, every report, every deal, every unfinished effort of her company. She called old clients, summoned investors, and united her employees. She was no longer alone. She felt a shadow guiding her at every step. Shivansh's shadow. 3 months passed. A grand charity awards function was held at the most luxurious hotel in Delhi. All the city's big business people and celebrities were there. Drishti was also present, with a new glow, but her eyes were still searching for someone. Then an announcement was made on stage. "Today, we honor a person who quietly saved the lives of thousands of cancer patients. A name that has given everything to society without any pretense. We invite Mr. Shivansh Verma to the stage." Drishti's breath caught. Her eyes welled up. He was on stage, but this time not in old clothes. He was in a dark suit, his face calm, but his eyes held a softness. Shivansh took the microphone. "This honor is dedicated to my mother, Radha Verma, who taught me that true strength lies in helping others." He paused, looked directly at Drishti, and continued. "And today, I want to give this honor to one more person. Someone who made me realize my own worth. Someone who hurt me, but from that same wound, I found my strength. Drishti, this is for you." The entire hall was silent. Drishti stood up, her legs trembling, tears streaming down her face. She slowly walked to Shivansh. Her voice shaking, she said, "Shivansh, I humiliated you. I called you a good-for-nothing. I mocked you. But now I understand. You were my greatest strength. I lost you, but please give me one chance. I am incomplete without you." Shivansh said nothing. He simply held her hand and smiled gently.
I never hated you, Drishti. I just wanted you to accept me for who I truly am, with my reality. And today, you have done just that." Drishti sobbed and hugged him. The entire hall erupted in applause. Sanjay Raizada smiled, saying, "Sometimes the greatest victory is that of love, and this is living proof." That night, a new beginning unfolded at the Narang mansion. Shivansh and Drishti were no longer just a couple. They were partners, friends, and each other's strength. Most importantly, they had accepted each other's truth. They say when a relationship is tied by the heart, it doesn't need documents or rituals.
Together, they rebuilt the company. They reclaimed old projects, won back the trust of investors, and, most importantly, the employees gained confidence that they had not just a boss, but two partners who were running the company with their own hands. Shivansh's experience and Drishti's hard work accomplished what once seemed like a dream. In a few months, Narang Industries was back on the list of top companies. One day, at a corporate conference, when Shivansh and Drishti were awarded Business Couple of the Year, the entire country saw how a boy everyone thought was a nobody and a girl considered arrogant had let go of their pride to become each other's strength. After they came down from the stage, a reporter asked Shivansh, "Sir, you endured so much humiliation and disrespect. Why did you still love Drishti?" Shivansh was silent for a moment. Then he smiled and said, "Because love isn't about a person's face or words, it's about their heart." That answer was not just for the reporter, but for everyone who weighs relationships against circumstances. Later that night, as they sat in the old room where Shivansh was once treated like a servant, it was now their new world. Drishti asked softly, "Shivansh, tell me one thing. If Sanjay Raizada hadn't come to the airport that day, would you really have left quietly?" Shivansh looked into her eyes, took a deep breath, and said, "Maybe, because I didn't want to change you. I wanted you to understand on your own. And when you saw me with your own heart, that's when your love felt real." Tears welled up in Drishti's eyes again. She rested her head on his shoulder and said, "If I'm born 100 times, I'll only love you, whether you're a nobody or a millionaire." Shivansh held her hand. "And I will pray in every life that you accept me with my truth." The room was silent, but it was not a silence of pain, but of peace. Today, when people hear the story of Narang Industries, they don't just see a business success story. They see a love story with patience, truth, and a complete fulfillment that came after a long wait.